All right, I believe this is recording. So I just wanted to touch base on Instagram and kind of the basics on how to use it for your business. I know a lot of you guys are probably more familiar with Facebook and you work your business on Facebook, but I have found Instagram to be a great tool, and it's where I get a lot of my new leads, where I meet new people, and then I've also gotten several customers and promoters off of Instagram. So I just wanted to share a few things to help you kind of get started with using Instagram. If you have an Instagram account and you've been using it, this might be a little bit of a review, and we'll kind of dive in deeper in another video, kind of going over how to really grow your market. So when you go on your Instagram page, this is what is going to pop up. You guys can see my feed. So these are the photos I've posted. I try to edit my photos so they all kind of look the same way. I utilize presets. You can buy presets off of Etsy. There's ads for them on Instagram, but basically it's just a way to edit your photos exactly the same lighting, the same shadows, the same highlights, everything like that. If you don't want to spend money on presets, you can go on Pinterest and look up how people edit, and it'll have all the breakdowns for it. You can just copy that. But it just makes it look very put together, very professional. And then it's also helping with your branding. So when people see a picture and it's edited the exact same way as all of your other pictures, they associate it with you. So that's what I do to keep this looking nice. As you can see, it's a bunch of personal pictures of me and my husband. It's not a lot of Thrive graphics. It's not a lot of just quotes. It's us in our life. And of course, there's Thrive. Like, I'm in this picture with my DFT. Here I'm drinking my lifestyle mix, but it's not just a picture that I got off the internet of the 3 steps. It's not just a graphic telling me things. It's me using the products, me incorporating Thrive into my life. So that's kind of the content that I post. I only post one a day, maybe once every 2 days for the main posts. When I travel and stuff, it might be 2 times a day, but you don't want to flood your post. This is what people are going to see. If you click the little home button and scroll, this is what people are going to see from you when you post. So you want to make it really eye-catching. Instagram is all about pictures, so quality over quantity is huge. Next on your thing, something you can utilize is your story, which is up here. So this is kind of like Snapchat or Facebook stories. You post something and it's available for 24 hours and then it disappears. As you can see, mine is kind of going through right now. I like to show me doing my 3 steps every morning. I do it different ways. Sometimes I'll take little videos. Sometimes it's just a picture of me doing my 3 steps. Sometimes it has information along with it. Either way, I try to be consistent to show them that I'm using the products every single day. It's not something that I just take when I want extra energy. It's not something that I just take when I remember, that it really is impacting my life and it is part of my daily routine. I also put funny things in there, memes. You can do polls. You can really utilize it like you do your Facebook stories. But I try to always have content in there. Once again, when people are on their homepage scrolling up at the top, you're going to see everybody's stories. I get a lot more interaction as far as people responding and stuff to my stories than I do on my actual posts. Another thing you can utilize with your story are these things down here, these little circles. These are called highlights. So your stories, when they're up here, they only last for 24 hours, but you can save them and make kind of, sorry, let me try to get the lighting on this, an archive to create a story. To do that, when you have your story, there's going to be a button down here with a circle and a heart, and it's called highlight, and you can kind of group them together and you can label what highlights you want to do. Anyway, I have one called messages. Anytime I have someone on a mini experience or a customer that sends me a review or a promoter that maybe hit rank or something like that, I put it through my stories and I save it in a highlight called messages. So when someone is going through and looking at my highlight of messages, it is a bunch of customer reviews, mini experience reviews, people excited about the products. And so I have that saved. I have one for me and my husband, my dog, a playlist one, a travel one. Just be creative with that. For my covers, I kind of go with a theme. Once again, use Pinterest, type in Instagram highlight covers, and you're going to get a bunch of ideas for what to do. The next part of Instagram that you can utilize is your bio. I personally don't have my link up in here. I'm editing a thing called Linktree. I can put the link in the comments below this video for you guys. But it's basically somewhere that you can, okay, sorry about that. I had to plug my laptop in real quick. But Linktree is a tool that you can put several different links on it, and it's kind of like one spot to go to for a bunch of links. So what I do is I have this very specific link for customers to set up their free account, and I have that labeled become a customer for free. I have the same thing for promoter. I have our auto bonus information on there. I have the Thrive videos that they create of people telling their stories linked there for like, how does this actually work? When they do special things like the Jamaica trip, I had the information for that on there as well. So you can be creative with that. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask about that. But that's what I do over just putting my Lavelle website in my bio. And then you want it to be something fun and personal. So I have different fonts used. I have emojis used. And mine says grace over perfection, married to Joven, living my best life and helping others do the same. So that's kind of the basic components of it. Another question I get a lot is how to grow your market, how to grow your audience. A lot of people, especially if you're just starting off with Instagram, you're not going to have a lot of followers. I just want to say I have been building my audience on Instagram for about 4.5 years now. So I've definitely learned things to do and things not to do. My favorite way to find new people is through hashtags and location. So I will pull that up real quick. So down here at the bottom menu, you're going to go to the little search bar, the little magnifying glass, and it's going to come up with a search. Sorry, you can't really see this well. Let's try that. It's going to come up with a little search bar. You are going to click that, and then another little another little menu, there you go, comes up. You see a little person, a hashtag, and the little location thing. If you go to hashtag, you can search different hashtags and find people to follow based on that. So I recently moved to Missouri, so you can do hashtag Missouri life, hashtag Ozark, Lake of the Ozarks, different things like that. So I am going to do Lake of the Ozarks because that's where I live now. And this is under the hashtags. So these people are all going to be people that you have used that hashtag. So more than likely you're going to be local or they've been here. And then it'll bring up every single picture that has that hashtag used. So there's the top and recent. I like to go to recent because I know that person has been on Instagram. And the most recent one posted was 8 minutes ago. This picture was posted. And so I'm going to click on them, go to their page. Her page is not private, so I can interact on her thing. I want to make sure I'm following positive people that are active on Instagram, not someone whose last post was from 2012 and they're inactive. I want to make sure that they post, once a week, more than once a week, that they have stuff in their stories as well. So hashtags is one way I find new people. Location is next. So I like to do towns around my area. So I'm going to search for a town in Missouri. Once again, it comes up with top and recent. Top just means the most popular post that has been tagged, use that location. So I like to go to recent, and I'm going to find a bunch of different posts, going to scroll through, find new people to add. I only add new people in about chunks of 20 to 30 people, so Instagram doesn't flag my account as being like spammy or anything like that. And if their account isn't public, isn't private, sorry, so I can see all their stuff, I like to interact with their account right away. It's a little bit different than Facebook. Facebook, we say RCM, react, comment, and message. For Instagram, you could definitely react. I don't like to go too far back on their posts, so it looks like I'm digging through their stuff. But stories, view their stories, interact on their stories. That is my favorite way to connect on Instagram, rather than through their posts, is through their stories. I normally will go through the stories at the top of the homepage rather than scrolling through posts, and interacting and giving love through the stories. And the nice thing about that on Facebook and Instagram is when you interact with someone's stories, it puts it right in their inbox. So then you already have something to talk about, to message them about. It's not where you're going from a post into Messenger. Your comments and stuff puts you right in their DMs. And then just growing that relationship. If you kind of notice that they have a certain hobby, like maybe they love a certain breed of dog, and you see something about that breed of dog, feel free to tag them in that. Build that relationship like you would a friend. I love the Green Bay Packers, obviously, my shirt and my phone, and I get tagged in Green Bay Packer memes all the time from my audience because they know I'm a huge Packer fan. You want to build that relationship where people feel like they know you and that you know them, and that's going to create trust, so that when they are ready to thrive, when they are watching you do this, they believe you. They trust you. They can see it happening in your life, and they know that if they want to come to you for more information, there's that trust there. So that's kind of the basics of Instagram, and I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching, guys. And once again, I will post that link into the comments of this. So, bye.